You're listening to That's My Story. On this podcast, we talk about individuals' life experiences. All these experiences develop into your life story. Not everyone's story plays out the same, and I've always been fascinated to hear life stories. These are the stories that shape us as human beings and what make us individuals. And I would like to hear the moments in life that made you, you. How's it going, everybody? I'm your host, George Lugo. Welcome to the, sixth episode of That's My Story. Today is a very special guest. We have the one, the only TS from the USUK Podcast Network. Thank you for being on, man.
That's all right, man. Thank you for having me. It's an absolute pleasure. You know, most people be sleeping right now in the UK, but, you know, it's all good. Thank you for having me. Seriously, I've been really excited to do this, really excited. So, not that anyone's really going to be that interested in a balding ginger man telling his life, but you know, it's all good. It's all
I'm sure there's a demographic somewhere for that.
Yeah, all two of them.
All two of them.
I wish someone next door was about balding ginger men. I'd really like to know. But no, seriously, thank you, dude.
No, thank you for being on. The pleasure is absolutely mine.
You're too kind. You are way too nice, sir.
Okay. Let's jump into some no, I'm not sure how many of my listeners actually follow the USUK podcast and on the whole network as a whole. So you have the USUK Chronicles you do with Jamie. Yeah. You were just on the Wednesday Night Live with Alex Whiteley and Tom Bruno and the one and only David Raby. Do you have any other side projects that you are working on the network?
Not at this current point in time. Obviously, we're doing the 24-hour show, which is streamed out live on the 29th of September of this year, UK time. So it's like Alex is doing his show between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. with the Shrewsbury Biscuit, and then USUK's doing the 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. slot. So at this current point in time, I've got nothing on my own. I'm just riding the Chronicles train with Jamie. Loving it.
I do like watching that show. It's good.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
So
okay. Well,
as you were.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, don't worry. So
there's a little bit of lag here for people that don't know. So
it's because my internet is fucking shit. That's why.
No, it's just the latency between the US and the UK and whatnot. So it happens. So let's go over a couple things really quick just to get the audit so the listeners can get to know you a little bit better. Where are you currently staying right now?
So I currently live in Cardiff, Wales, Cardiff is the capital city of this wonderful little country. I just decided England, I just don't like it there. Because originally, I'm from Scotland, as you can tell by my wonderful accent. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I love cities. And so I decided to move here February this year and loving it, mate. Loving it. Never been happier.
That's cool. I know I asked Whiteley about Cardiff, but I mean, what is it like? I told him I've never been to the UK, so I have no idea what anything is like out there.
Dude, if you ever come over here, I got you. Don't worry. But it's weird. It's like the littlest big city. So it's a city, but it's not massive. It's really hard to explain unless you actually saw it. It's
kind of like Reno.
Reno,
Nevada is kind of the same way. It's the world's biggest little city is what they call it.
That's an amazing name. It's literally what's like here. It's like it is a city. It's fucking ridiculously big. But if you go to like London or Dublin or Belfast, they are fucking ridiculously huge. So I don't know. Cardiff's it's nice. It's a city, but it doesn't have the feel of a city. So yeah, and it's culture here is incredible. Music scene's incredible. Everyone's lovely. Massive sporting nation as well. Like Wales is huge in their rugby. Football, well, soccer as you call it.
You can call it football. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a game you play with your foot and you kick a ball. It's football.
Yeah. What? So, just a question: why have Americans called theirs American football when they don't actually? Well, they do kick it obviously after touchdowns and whatnot, and for field goals, but there's no real kicking going on.
No, it's completely a game when you play with your hands, and they only kick the ball like for field goals, or they're doing like or they're just ditching it, right? Like, I don't understand.
Because Americans normally, I'm not trying to take the piss, but obviously you normally name your things for what they are. So like a pavement to us is a sidewalk to you because it's on the side and you walk on it.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I don't know. It's always not confused me slightly, but it's just interesting that the sport with the same name, you use your hands for, we use our feet.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Blows my mind every time.
It is crazy.
It's the simple things, George. It's the simple things.
It's the simple things.
Yeah, it's the simple things. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, man. Well, I guess since we're on the subject of sports, did you play any sports growing up?
Did I? I did at school, but never really got into a team. I mean, I play more now than I did when I was growing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I play rugby. I played American football for all of one season. I had my foot broken in the third game. Third game of the season, yeah, and I was out for the season. I was like, thanks. I had a lot of money to play this fucking game, and now I'm hurt. Yeah, you bastards. But yeah, I play rugby now. I've just joined a new team. I'm starting there next week. But growing up, so we had in our year groups at school, they were called houses, but there's only 4 of them for the entire year. So they were named after rivers, I think. I remember when I was in primary school, they were named after cheese, which was mental. But anyway, they were in these. So we did house tournaments. So you'd have they were called Macefield, Scott, Whittle, and Carn, and then you'd play against each other. Have tournaments for year 7, year 8. I know you do grades over there.
Yeah, we do grades.
Yeah. So we had year 8, year 9. So I played football first, and then it was rugby, and then it was cricket. I can't stand cricket. I don't know. Cricket's not really big for you over there, is it?
No. The only reason I even know cricket is because of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Shaun of the Dead. Only because they use the bat. Other than that, I would have no idea what cricket is.
It's like a dog's game, basically. It's where you bowl a ball at somebody, they smack it, and you've got to fetch it and bring it back.
Oh wow!
It's just Britons love it because you get drunk. Britons get drunk watching it and start going nuts, dress up as bananas and stuff, and dress up as
It's a drinking game then.
Pretty much, yeah. You sit. It lasts for days, and you can just sit there and get fucked every day. So. It's crazy, absolutely crazy.
Well, that sounds like a good thing to watch when you're at the pub, right? You get there right when they open, and you're like, "We're watching this shit all day."
Yeah, it's just not for me.
Okay. So, you play rugby. I mean, and that's full contact with no gear, right?
Correct.
So, there's there's discrepancies on whether or not the gear is the actual for American football, there's discrepancies that the gear is actually what causes a significant amount of damage to the body, because you're basically arming somebody who's already built like a tank. A lot of those linemen are 250 plus pounds, and then you're like, hey, you know what, you need armor, and they slap armor on them. You know what, you need a big thick ass helmet. Let's throw that on there too. So they do all this. They put all this armor and stuff on them as protection, but but I feel like it does more damage. And there's when their head shakes inside the helmet, it's causing extra impact, and that's a lot of football players, they develop CTE, and that's it's no bueno. So I mean, how do you feel about football equipment?
I mean, because you're allowed to hit harder in football as well. Because I know you can't dive with the head, but you can obviously use the face cage. Mm-hmm. Whereas in rugby, you can only tackle below the shoulders, and I think it's above the knees. So you have to go in at waist height, basically. Yeah, so that it avoids any head contact whatsoever, because they're trying to eliminate. Obviously, I know they're trying to do it in American football as well, but they're trying to obviously eliminate concussions. Mm-hmm. So I think. I don't know why. I mean, I should obviously read up on the history of it, why you wear armor for that. But I suppose it's because they're allowed you're allowed to go full force into a tackle, basically, whereas in rugby, it's, you dive and wrap your arms around. So I don't know. It's I love the game. NFL. I'm a massive American football fan as well. So it's just that's obviously how the sport is designed to be played.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a huge sports guy, but that always seemed really odd to me. They're like, they put all this like equipment on them, and then like they're already big dudes, like, and they're running full force. It's like getting hit by a car, you know. And then they're questioning why some of these players have damage. I'm like, your armor, you're basically literally making him a tank, and he's running into directly head first into another player, and of course he's going to receive brain damage. So
it's that I forget his name. There's that Chargers player that shot himself in the chest because his brain was fucked, basically. It was in the Aaron Hernandez documentary, because Aaron Hernandez, the tight end for the Patriots that started killing people, and he got arrested and put in prison. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but basically there's some brain damage that they were caught. So he basically shot himself in the chest so they could see what had happened to his brain, basically. And that's how the whole thing started, with the whole concussion thing. It's incredible. Not that he killed himself, obviously, but the fact that because of that, it's annoying me that I can't remember his name, but because of that guy, they now were able to study what the impact American football has on the human brain. And it was just incredible. Then they found that Aaron Hernandez had the exact same problem because he was going out shooting people up and killing people and shit. It was absolutely crazy. It's on Netflix. I think, I don't know if it's over there, but it's amazing.
I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I mean, once you start damaging the brain, it's going to change all your functions. You know, you're messing with the CPU.
Yeah, exactly. Junior Sau is his name.
Okay.
Yeah, incredible. Absolutely incredible what that man has done for the science of American football.
Okay. I know we just talked about Cardiff, and you're talking about like the music scene there. So have you gone, well, I mean, obviously haven't gone to see events, but have you ever been to Cardiff and then like before the pandemic and saw like bands and stuff there?
Yeah, so Welsh rock was absolutely massive in like the 2000s, like start of the 2000s. So that band, obviously, we can't talk about because the lead singer is now in prison for being a kiddie fiddler. Yeah, I won't say his name more.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, they don't need airing. But there's bands like Kids in Glass Houses. There were bands like Funeral for a Friend. Bands like The Blackout. I'm trying to think who else is from here. There's a new band called Holding Absence that are from here that are phenomenal. But yeah, the Welsh music scene is huge, absolutely huge. So I used to come here a lot for gigs because I basically grew up. I was born in Scotland, but I grew up in a place called Cheltenham, which is about an hour away from here. It's not far at all. It's about an hour and a bit on the train.
Okay.
So I came here for like a lot of gigs. I've not been here for sport yet. I haven't experienced the sport days, but I know when Wales play England in the rugby, apparently it's insane. So I'm really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. They do not like the English here.
No. Oh shit.
Not in like I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you, kill you sort of shit. But it's in like there's that massive rivalry.
Oh, okay.
So,
the rivalry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Wonderful to watch.
Okay. Yeah, they get crazy over here with that kind of stuff. So like, you're wearing the wrong colors, you're in the wrong city. I'm like, whoa, bro. Like,
yeah, it's just
like,
a game.
It's just a game.
Yeah. I'm still American as much as you are, so you know,
right. It's like, why can't we just go watch the game? My team beats yours, your team beats mine, then afterwards we'll have a drink afterwards and talk about the game. You know, like
absolutely.
Yeah.
I remember being in Colorado back in 2018, watching Denver. The Broncos were playing the Ravens, and baseball was on, and this guy was next to me trying to explain baseball to me, and I was like, dude, I just don't care. I was like, I'm really sorry. I don't mean to be horrible, but he continued to tell me about it, and I was like, that's great. You do you with your baseball. I'm going to watch the Broncos game if that's okay. Thank you very much.
Like, I'm watching men play right now. Okay.
Yeah. But this weird dude from like, it must be from like Jersey or something. It was like, yeah, what are you doing? And he was just like, oh, this fucking ref. What's this fucking ref doing here? And they're like, you haven't. I get at the football game. I was like, dude, it's fine. Like, don't. You're obviously a Jets fan or something. Just don't worry about it. It's called Sandy. Like, okay, all right, mate. Yeah, that's cool. Crazy. Loved it though. Dude, I got so drunk off like 2 beers because the altitude's insane.
Oh, I hear that really makes a difference.
Oh my fuck. I mean, I'm 6'3". I'm a big dude. So I was just sat there having a pint and I was just like, whoa, what do you put in this? I've only had 2. Like, what the fuck?
You slipped me a Mickey. What's happening?
Blew my mind, bro. Blew my mind.
Yeah, I've never drank it like that high of an altitude before. So,
Brutal.
Man. So, what do you like to drink? What's your alcoholic beverage of choice?
I love a whiskey. Shock. Scotsman likes his whiskey.
Scotsman likes the whiskey.
I do enjoy whiskey, mainly on the rocks. I do enjoy. If I'm out though, I'll have it with Coke, just so I don't fucking get so ruined straight away at a night out. So because I was like, oh, what are you doing, putting fucking Coke in that? It's like because I actually want to last a bit longer than like 2 drinks and be dead within an hour.
Yeah.
But I drink that. I like gin. I like flavored gin. Rhubarb and ginger gin. Absolutely wonderful. Okay. But then like beers wise, Guinness. I absolutely love Guinness.
I love Guinness.
And Birra Moretti from Italy. Do you have that over there?
Which one?
Birra Moretti.
Birra Moretti. That doesn't sound familiar to me. No,
it's an Italian beer. If you can find it, chef's kiss.
I'm sure I could find that.
Chef's kiss. It's wonderful.
I love trying new beer, so I'm definitely gonna go look for that.
What about you, George? What do you like to drink?
I like to drink like when I'm out. There's a few drinks I like to drink. I like to drink Jack and Coke. I like to drink vodka Red Bull because I'm a sad party animal. And then if I want to drink a beer all night, I'll drink something light. I'll usually drink like a light beer, like a Bud Light, Coors Light, whatever they have there that's on tap, and it's, But if they have something nice, I usually go for Delirium's nice on tap. I don't know if you ever had Delirium.
Nope.
Delirium's a Belgium ale. They have an ale. They have a pale ale. The Tremens, Delirium Tremens is a pale ale. That is pretty damn good. But like right now, I'm super hopped up on fucking the Russian brewing company Pliny the Elder. If you ever get a chance, I don't know if they have it over there, but it's fucking phenomenal. That is definitely a chef's kiss. It's so good. It's so good.
What's it called?
Pliny the Elder, and it's made by the Russian brewing company. It's fucking phenomenal. It's hard to find though, and once it's in stock, people buy it really fucking quick.
Okay. Do you reckon that gives you 5G?
Huh? Probably.
Yeah, it's put some mind control shit in that. You never know what the Russians are up to, bro. They said the vaccines are doing it, but it's definitely them.
These fuckers.
Russia is the greatest country of all. Like, I love the motherland, yes.
Right. I love that. Oh man. So what were you like growing up? What was your adolescence like? What were you like into? And
dude, this is gonna blow your mind. So I say that. I actually, weirdly enough, talked about this on USUK Chronicles this week, but I was born with a condition where my eyelids hung over my eyes. So my eyelids were too heavy. So I literally, I could see, but it was like literally only like pretty much down. And they weren't allowed to operate to lift them until I was at least 12 years old. So I had to. So growing up, I had one friend only. I was shy as hell. I wouldn't speak to anybody. I never had a girlfriend, like anything like that. I know girlfriends aren't massive when you're fucking 10. But so until I was about 12 years old, I never really, I had my family and that was about it. I got bullied a lot to the point where I wouldn't go to school. I'd hide from the bus, wait till the bus had gone, go back home. So, and then I had the surgery, which was weird. I was blind for about 27 hours.
Oh, shit.
Dude, it's so weird. The weirdest thing ever is going into surgery, being able to see, and then waking up with ice packs on your face, thinking I was blind. I went, fuck, I lost my shit. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on here. So I lived up north in England. I lived in the north of England I lived in Germany for about 7 years. I didn't move to England until I was about 11. And then I had the surgery at 12 in a wonderful place called York. Really old, proper old town. Ye old town of York. It's really nice.
Nice.
And then I moved down south to Cheltenham, funnily enough. And that's when people started talking to me. Girls were interested. And I was like, this is weird. What is going on? Like you actually want to talk to me? Like,
yeah, you want to talk to me now? Is it the eyes? Is it the eyes?
Yeah. So I made loads of friends. It took me about 3 years to so I was about 15. I wasn't the way I am now. The way I crack jokes about everything. I'm really happy-go-lucky. I'm really vibrant and nuts and just say whatever I want. I didn't do that till I was about 15 years old. So it's crazy, man. So I had music was my outlet. Music and gaming, pretty much. It's really weird how gaming is always associated with people that don't really have lives and stay inside all the time. That sort of thing. It's really weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I had that same issue. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I played a lot of games growing up. I was a little bit of a 50-50. Like I would go out and I would play like football in the streets. Like we played like 2-hand touch, and then when I became like a teenager, I would go skateboarding. But then I was either skateboarding or I was playing video games. It was like the only 2 things I did.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Skateboarding was huge in like the 2000s, wasn't it?
It was pretty big. It was pretty big.
So I feel like it's making a comeback now, though, because so many people are skating again.
Dude, some of the fucking videos that I've seen, like these kids doing stuff, I'm like, I didn't even realize that was possible. They're like breaking the laws of physics doing some of these moves.
Incredible. I love it.
Fucking insane.
Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, that was pretty much it, to be fair, dude. Just growing up was not the greatest. My family we were a very poor family. My parents split up when I was about 11. That's all another fucking load of shit story. So yeah. So there's one kid there's a kid called Chris Richards who basically brought me out of my shell and made me the man I am. Well, started the process of who I am today.
Okay. That's
so
good.
I appreciate big shout out to him. Not that I speak to him anymore, but
well, we know he's watching, so okay. So this guy was helping you come out of your shell and helping you become like an individual. What was it like moving forward after the surgery, and then from 15 to like later in life, like adulthood, like between 20 25? Because there's a big gap there where like you grow, and as you grow, like you almost change completely, like a 180 sometimes. So I'm not, at least that's how it was for me. So I'm just wondering what it was like for you, because I was way different from 15 to 20, almost like a different person.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? As you get older, obviously you change. So it's weird. Like, still change now. So obviously, I'm in my 30s now, and I'm like, I just hate people. No, I'm joking. I don't. Anyway,
he's right, and I'm leaving the studio.
Yeah. Fuck this shit. But yeah, I was the quietest kid. I didn't, like I said, I had no friends. I didn't really speak to anybody. Girls never spoke to me. And then when I met him, so I was about 14, 15, and like it was like my whole world has changed. And I would not back chat, but I'd make jokes in school. I got kicked out of lessons a fair few times, not for being a dickhead, just because I'd just say something really ridiculous. Or there was a point where I don't know why it's made me laugh so much. It's so childish to think about it now. I was in a biology lesson, and the teacher was fairly oldish. She came over and she was like, "So Tom, what do you think of the pancreas?" And then we started talking about that. But then she said pancreatic juices, which for some reason in my head was the funniest thing I'd ever heard in my life. I laughed and spat all over her. And I got kicked out of lesson. Surprise, surprise. And she was like, "You leave this classroom now and you don't come in until you've calmed down." So I left. I calmed down. I went back in and she went, "What are you doing in here?" I said, "Don't come until you've calmed down. Get out." I was like, "But I have calmed down. Get out now." Like, okay.
You're like, I calmed down, but I guess I'll leave.
Yeah, it was so weird. And like, I had my maths teacher told me that I'd fail, and I didn't fail. And she was like, "I knew you wouldn't fail." Like, fuck off. You told me I was good, because there was points where I'd be like helping people. I'd be talking to. They'd be like, "Oh, what's this?" I'd be like, "Oh, it's this." Then you're like, "Tom Stevens, stop talking right now." Like, I'm just trying to help. Do not blame it on other people. No, I'm trying to help somebody. You do not blame it on other people. Get out of my classroom. You will fail this. So I basically like revised my ass off for like 5 months and absolutely aced it. And she was like, "I knew you'd pass." And I was like, "Leave me the hell alone."
Right. I'm like, I'm done talking to you.
Yeah. I have no interest in talking to you whatsoever. Get in the bin. So yeah, but then I went to do A-levels, failed. So I started work, and that was a massive change, dude. It felt so weird. Like, my friends were still in school and I had a full-time job. But
you had a full-time job?
Full-time job at 17.
Damn.
Yeah,
what did you do?
It was. I worked for a company called Waitrose. I don't think you have it over there. It's a really fancy schmancy supermarket, basically, for like Tory wankers go shop there.
Okay.
Like,
we have those fucking very, very tawty fucking grocery stores here. I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's just so crazy.
$5 for a cucumber. Like,
yeah.
Really? Like, what?
Right?
Where's it grown? What the fuck? Like the tree of life or something? Jesus fuck! And it's like that big.
Yeah, the produce the quality's good, but I mean, who's paying that much money for that produce?
Yeah, exactly. It's because they've got like the royal stamp on here or something, so it goes out by like £3 or something.
They're like, we pulled it right out of the rainbow. Like, what?
We found the pot of gold. So yeah, man, I was there for 10 years. I went back to college, and I went to university, which I never thought I'd ever do. Yeah, it was incredible. So that was like the majority of my early 20s, partying way too much. Well, not too much, but it was phenomenal. Near a nightly basis at university a lot of the time. And yeah, there were some issues in the family. I had to drop out. I came back home, and here we are.
Okay. When you went to university, what was that experience like?
Incredible.
Yeah.
21 years old. So I went. So normally, you normally go 18 in Britain, but I went at 21. I went back to college, studied public services, so like police, fire, ambulance, that sort of thing, because I wanted to be a criminal psychologist when I was younger.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I wanted to be a firefighter when I was a kid, and then I grew up wanted to be a criminal psychologist. But obviously, family is like number one for me. So my mum needed me home, so I came back. But university, dude, was incredible. I cannot express. It's really funny because my housemates at the time thought I was gay because I was an emo kid. So I was an emo kid.
Isn't that weird how they just lump all the emos up with gay? I'm like, that just because like that doesn't mean you're gay.
No. I mean, my best friend at the time came with me and he kissed me, so that probably didn't help.
He said, "See you later, babe."
Yeah. Pink's my favorite color. So pink, well, it was at the time. Pink was my favorite color. So I had a pink and black hoodie on, Iron Fist hoodie, and then I think it was called Iron Fist. It was called Iron Fist. I think the company. I don't think it's around anymore. Obviously, it's a Marvel superhero as well, but okay. I'm pretty sure they were like a company back in the day. So yeah, but when they found out I wasn't, it was just miraculous, absolutely marvelous. The amount of people that would, everyone's got on everyone. It was incredible. So, and by that I mean like, not that everyone was like sharing each other. It wasn't like a massive orgy or anything. But it was just amazing. I thought something I'd never thought I'd ever experience, and I loved every second of it. Even the studying part of it was just fascinating. Because obviously you go to study the subject you want to study. It's not like school where they go, you have to have English, maths, science, but it's like you're going to study that one thing that you want to do. And it was just absolutely amazing.
That's cool. Yeah, I never went.
Did you not?
Unfortunately, nope.
Did you want to?
I did at one point, and then I was like, I just kept working. Like after high school, like I got a job in high school, and I have had a job ever since. I was just like gone from job to job, and I just kind of was like, oh yeah, I'll take a year off. And I did that thing where I'll take a year off, and then it's like 26, and I'm like, I guess I'm not going. Like,
What would you have done?
oh well, I think at the time I probably would have done like film because my friends and I we used to make like silly home videos, and
Amazing.
we used to like dub like anime. So like we
Okay.
would our buddy had I don't know how he got a video mixer, so we would like just literally sit at his house, and we would like record us making funny silly noises to anime. So it was fun, and it's odd because like we really loved it, and we put a lot of time and effort into this, and none of us pursued it afterwards because we
No.
yeah, we did none of us thought that there was like money to be made in it. And then like literally like 5 years later, that kind of blew up. And like they have like I guess there's one guy, he's like really famous. He does like the abridged series where he'll take like a classic anime like Dragon Ball Z, and he dubs like the whole thing, like kind of like what we did, but all silly and goofy. And I was like, fuck, we could have did that. Like we were
Yeah.
doing that in like 97. Like
Dude, that's crazy, man. Oh,
yeah.
it's a shame, but hindsight's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it is. It's fine.
No, I'm not angry at all. I'm
Not angry at all.
Yeah, table flip. Yeah.
Get over. Yeah.
Fair enough, dude. But yeah, it's weird because I think the university was one of those things where everyone's like, no one really goes anymore because, I mean, the government here have gone, oh, you want to study that? Cool. Pay us 10 grand a year. What? I'm sorry, what? It was 3, and they massively upped it because they only believed that certain people should go. Fuckers. Don't let me get political. I do apologize. It's just,
No, you're good. I mean, that was also one of the reasons I didn't want to go, because it's fucking ridiculously expensive. It's ridiculous.
It is over there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Some people like are not paying off their student loans for like 15 years after they graduate. Like they'll get up to like anywhere from like 60,000 all the way up to a couple 100,000. So I mean, it's like not paying that off for a long time. And it's like you have to pay that off. It's like you know, like sometimes like you can file bankruptcy and some things will drop, but the only thing that doesn't drop is student loans. So like they're like, you're paying us back for that shit. Like
it's because obviously after 25 years in the UK, it's gone. It just gets written off.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a lifetime thing here. They're like, we're gonna get our money from you.
I don't like. I love America. I don't like how the money sort of situation over there is. Everyone just seems it's just all money based. That's all anything is over there. I find
it's a bummer. It really is.
I'm sorry, bro.
Nah, it's cool.
Bring your family here. Bring your family here. Come on. We've got free healthcare. Come on.
That is nice. Free healthcare is nice.
Yeah. You know, because it should be a right. You shouldn't have to pay. That's another thing that really winds me up, though. There's stories and videos I've seen of people like, you know, oh, my dad's got cancer, but after a night in hospital, it got over $1 million. You're like, I'm so sorry, but what?
They charge a shitload. Like, I was talking because I delivered to a hospital on my route.
Oh yeah.
And I delivered probably saline like every week or so, like several like crates of saline. And I was asking him how much are one of these pouches, like just a single IV pouch of saline. He's like $800.
Fucking
for
hell.
A pack of saline. Like I don't know if anyone knows what saline is. It's basically just salt and water. I mean, it's just to rehydrate you. And it's like $800 for a single pouch. So I mean, like if you start adding up all the stuff that they overcharge for, it's super insane. Super insane. Yeah.
Don't get it.
I don't get stuff like that. You know.
There you go. I'm a Brit. What do I know?
Hell, I live here and I don't even know what the hell's happening. So,
oh, I'm so sorry, dude. Bless you. Bless your face.
Okay, we got a little sidetracked there, but it was
sorry.
It was worth it. So during university and like I guess all the time like from like when you were an adolescent to university, did you have any like real relationships?
Yes. I remember meeting this girl in a club. she was like my first love sort of thing. This is 2000 and I think 5 or 6, something like that anyway. But basically, it's one of those things where I immediately saw her and just went, holy fuck, I'm talking to you. Like, oh my God. She's a doctor now in London somewhere. Yeah, which is incredible. But she was, for the 2-3 months we were together, but she was very intelligent. And obviously I'm not. So I remember going over to like her parents' house and stuff, and they would ask me questions, but like beyond my comprehension.
Oh, shit.
So I was a bit like, the chips are really nice. Because I think I think her dad asked me, like, if you go through a maze, if you put your hand on the left-hand side, would you find the exit? And I was like, yes. What maze are we talking about? What's going on? Is it made of corn? Is this Earth? What's going on?
Is it the maze in The Shining? What are we dealing with here?
Yeah. It was crazy. But yeah, so she went to university. That ended after about 3 or 4 months. But she was like everything. It was crazy, dude. Relationships wise, I've never really had any luck. It mainly just, do I want to go into detail? That's the question.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah, it just, I always seem to attract the nutters. That's all I get. It's always nice for the first few months, and it's always like, you can't see this person, you can't hang out with that person, you can't go there, you can't do this. That's all I ever got.
Like controlling.
Yeah, 100% manipulative, emotionally blackmailing, that sort of thing. So relationships never seem to... I met one girl in 2012 after I got in an abusive relationship, and I thought I was going to end up with her. And then that didn't happen after 2.5 years. It was just, relationships for me, dude, just never seem to work. And I don't know why. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem.
I don't know. I don't really see you as being the problem.
No, I appreciate that, dude. I just can't seem to. The problem with me is as much as I love being on my own, I hate being on my own. It's really weird. I love doing what I like. I love doing what I want and doing this and the other, but I'm getting to that point in my life now where I want someone to share it with. And I just can't seem to find the right person that you just click with immediately. So growing up, it was not great. Couple of years of just like I said, just you can't do that sort of thing. You can't speak to this person. You can't be friends with other women. Like what? Crazy, absolutely crazy. So. But the problem is I've always been in relationships. I've never really had any time to myself. That's probably the problem there as well. Maybe
you should take a little bit of time to just, do a little bit more soul searching. So that way when you meet the next person or someone that you're interested in, you know exactly who you are and you can express yourself a little bit better to them,
Absolutely. Because as you know me, I'm quite a hyperactive, happy-go-lucky kind of guy. So as soon as someone takes interest, I'm like, oh my God, you're awesome. Should we do on this? Let's do it tomorrow. And just fuck it. Let's do it now. I just met you, but we should let's go and do this. And this is do you want to meet my mum? Do you want to meet my mum? You can meet my mum if you want. Let's get a little bit overexcited. But it's just the lust for life. I love anything and everything. So everything excites me.
Yeah. I mean, we're only here for a short amount of time. So it's like, why don't we do things more spontaneously,
Exactly. They should put a timestamp on things. Like, oh, you should be married with kids and everything by 35. Well, why do I have to be? Why can't I do it at 20?
Yeah.
Like, but you're too young. You won't know enough. It's like, well, I'll make that mistake for myself, then, won't I?
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of people that younger than you or younger than 20 that have had kids, and they seem to be doing all right.
Oh, yes.
So, I mean, it happens.
So yeah, relationships-wise, bro, nothing's ever really... I've loved it. It's been great. I've met some amazing people, but they never seem to pan out. But there you go. Maybe one day. Yeah. We'll see. My mum keeps saying me to go gay. I'm like, no, don't be ridiculous.
She's telling you to go like it's a choice.
She's like, maybe she should just go gay.
She's like, it's a choice.
Yeah, you're not having a lot of luck with the women. Maybe just go for the men instead. It's like, but I'm not attracted to guys, mum, so it doesn't really work that way, does it? Bless her heart.
Oh, that's great. Well, I guess for going through university, did you have any like life goals while you were doing that?
I mean, to be honest with you, dude, right? I've never really, this is going to sound so pathetic. I've never really wanted to, how do I explain? Like, I want to live comfortably. So university was always like, I'd love to do that. I bet that's amazing. But I was never really like, this is what I want to be. And this is, when I'm this age, I need to be, make sure I'm doing this. Like people who want to be like lawyers and doctors are like, that's what I want to be. And that's what I'm going to do. Whereas I was like, I bet criminal psychology would be pretty sweet. So let's give it a bash. I loved the whole criminology side. I did criminology at university for, look, I don't think I actually said that. The law side of it and the psychology side of it, I absolutely loved. So I thought, well, if I could pursue that, I'd love to get a career, go for a career down that line. But my main goal that I've always had in life is that I just want to be happy. I don't want to be rich. I mean, it'd be amazing, but I don't want to have a shit ton of money. I think it would scare the fuck out of me. I don't want to be hugely successful because then I feel like I'd have no time for loved ones and friends and stuff because I'd always be working. So as long as I'm comfortable with somebody fucking incredible, then I'm more than happy with that, man. So I've never really set my goals in life have always been to just make people laugh because making people laugh makes me so happy inside. And just to make a shit ton of friends, meet loads of amazing people and just have life experiences. I don't need some big fancy ashmancy career. I don't need a fuck ton of money. I just need people in my life that, make me happy, make me laugh. And I just bros and sisters.
That's one of the best things I've ever heard.
Really?
It really is. Yes.
Oh, thank you, dude.
Like that actually makes me just want to be like, I just only want to do exactly what I want and just love and spend all my time with like people that actually, I want to spend time with my loved ones. That's fucking, yeah, that's fucking awesome just to hear it,
Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, just that's, and I feel like obviously I know we'll probably get to it, but that podcasting just makes me so stupidly happy. Just love talking to people, that's how I met you. So, because to the glory of just chatting absolute bollocks.
Yeah, man, this is a fun outlet, to meet new people and express yourself, and it is kind of like a really fun community,
Yeah,
really
absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, you're a true legend. David's a true legend. Alex, Tom, like Jamie, I've known for fucking years anyway. But yeah, it's just I wouldn't have met you guys. It's so crazy to think had I have not started the show, had I not started the podcast, what I'd be doing myself now. I'd probably be asleep now.
Probably.
But I wouldn't. Then it goes. But I probably would have moved here. But then, it's just nuts to think. It's always. Do you ever think that? Do you ever think what you would have done if you hadn't have done something that you did?
Yes, a lot. And to be honest, I like the way I played it. I don't know if I would.
Good.
I don't know if I would play it any other way because I do like where I'm at. There are some things in life that like I kind of do regret, but if I would have chosen that path, I wouldn't have met certain friends. I wouldn't have met. I wouldn't have met like probably you or David even or my buddy Manny. I probably wouldn't have met my wife. I wouldn't have my kids. And I don't know. My life would be completely different.
It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, I don't think you should ever live with regret ever. You made those choices for those reasons. Everything happens for a reason. You obviously made that choice for a reason. But yeah, it's just mind blowing to think how different things could be had you have chosen a different way.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, it's all those choices too that basically make us who we are. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm happy to live with the choices I've made.
As long as you're happy, dude, that's all that matters.
Yeah. And this makes me happy. I like this. This conversation has been so much fun.
I'm loving it, bro. I can't believe we've done 45 minutes.
I know, right?
Absolutely crazy.
I know it's incredibly late for you.
I'm not bothered. I'll be tired for a bit tomorrow. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how long you want to go. So I mean,
However long you want to. I'm easy.
yeah, the last show I did, it ran really long, but I do that with John every single time I talk to him. I will talk to him for like hours. Like, obviously I don't want to keep you up for hours. So
I mean, yeah, if we get to hours, then I'm a bit like,
Yeah.
but you know, it's 20 to midnight. It's all good. I'm all good.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay.
I mean, strategy wise, I've not really experienced any of that yet.
Yeah.
Which is good.
That's definitely good.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I lost a really good friend of mine actually to a brain tumor in 2017.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Or 2018. So, but I never knew. He didn't tell anybody. He did a Chadwick Boseman, the absolute legend, just fucking kept going. You know, was just himself until literally he couldn't be himself anymore. That was tough. That was really hard. Seeing all my friends like so upset and stuff. It was it's so weird. It's one of those moments that like sort of brings you closer together. I think. His name was also Tom, and what was mental was I took a job in 2020, which was his job, and he was Tom S, and I'm Tom S as well. So it was kind of
wow.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, always think about him, the absolute legend. So I know he's going to be partying hard, drinking Strongbow up in heaven right now. So what an absolute hero. But yeah, that's the only real tragedy that I've had in life, really. Like my grandparents are still here.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good, man.
They're getting on a bit now though, so it's getting close.
I would spend as much time with them as you possibly can.
They live miles away from me. That's the only problem.
Yeah, I would just try and at least go see them sometime soon. Do you have all of your grandparents, or is it just your parents or your mom's side, your dad's side?
So my granddad on my mum's side passed away when I was 3, so I don't remember him at all. He died of a heart attack. So my grandma on my mum's side and my grandparents, my dad's side, are still alive. So yeah, but I'm actually planning on going up soon. Was talking to my mum about it a couple of days ago, going up. So yeah, hopefully I will see them again. So it'd be absolutely fine.
That's good. I haven't had grandparents in so long.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Oh, I'm so sorry, dude.
Yeah, it happens. You know, I mean, people pass, and I really enjoy and cherish the time that I did get to spend with them. But I just wish it was longer. You know.
Yeah, 100%.
Just wish it was longer.
It's one of those moments where you wish you could, you give anything just for like an hour, even 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So got to take every opportunity. This is why I truly believe that life is way too short and you need to grab every opportunity that's given to you by the horns and just fucking go for it.
Yeah, definitely.
So, back in, we're going to get a little bit deep now. Back in 2018, I was homeless. Because I was offered a job elsewhere, which I took. I went to the States for 10 days on my own, came back and the job wasn't there anymore. So I moved out of my house share. I moved into with a friend of mine, Helen and Jasper, funny enough, who were on USUK Live a couple of months ago. I went to live with them for a bit to make my move, and it didn't happen. So I stayed there for a little bit. And then in December of 2018, December 10th, I woke up I was so ill, dude, like so ill to the point where and it's going to get graphic and you can edit this out if you want. I was being sick at both ends. I had vertigo. I was absolutely boiling. Like I couldn't keep my temperature down. I couldn't walk because I was so ill. It was crazy. Bedridden for about 4 days.
Oh, shit.
On the 4th day, I woke up and I was like, oh, I feel loads better. But my chest I was in agony. I was like, I don't understand what the hell's going on. So I called my mum and I was like, what do you reckon I should do? She's like, just give the NHS director a call. So it's not like 999. I know it's 911 for you guys, but it's not 999. She goes, but it's like an advice helpline just to be on the safe side. Mm-hmm. So I rang it and they were like, okay, an ambulance is on its way. I was like, sorry, what? They're like, an ambulance is coming. They're like, for what reason? It's like, we think you're having a heart attack. Like, I'm sorry, what? Ambulance turned up. I went in and they were like, they did a pinprick thing and they took an ECG and they were like, have you got any clothes? Because I literally was just in pajamas. And I was like, yeah, like, can you go and get them, please? And come back. Like, okay. Went back, got them, came back out, and they're like, we've just got to go down to the hospital just to make sure you're okay. I was like, all right. So doing more tests, got there, put me into A&E on this bed, and I was like, okay, this is weird. And then no one was telling me what was going on. And then they came and put a cannula in my arm. I was like, what's that for? It's like, oh, I've just got to take some bloods and stuff and everything. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine, no worries. And then they were like, oh, have you got anybody you can call? Like, yeah. So I called my mum and they're like, oh, it's because you're going to be staying here for a while. It's like, we think you're having a heart attack. I was like, holy shit. Dude, I never thought in my life, it was the scariest moment ever. I thought I was going to die. It was, so homeless and then having a heart attack. It just really changed my perspective a lot on life massively. Obviously, I'm fine because I'm here.
Yeah. Was it a confirmed heart attack then?
Minor.
Okay.
Minor, because I had the norovirus, which is what made me so ill. And the norovirus had seeped its way into my heart and started attacking it.
Oh, shit. Jesus.
Crazy, bro. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I just started a new job and I lost it because I wasn't there for 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh, shit.
It was insane. Insane. It's such a crazy thing when you go, I think I was like 31. I'm like, I'm 31. What the fuck? I'm young. What's going on? Yeah, that was a scary ass moment.
You can have a heart attack early. Like I grew up with a friend, and he's younger than me. He's about now he's like 30. I think he's 30 now. I think he's 30 now. But like I think like 5 years ago, he had a fucking heart attack.
Holy shit!
When he was like 25.
That's mental, bro.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, granted, he needs to take better care of himself because he does smoke and he does drink a lot of energy drinks, and both of those things together, not so good for the heart.
Yeah.
You know? But even at that, I was like, at 25, that's super insane. You know,
that's crazy.
Yeah, like just normal life expectancy, you wouldn't expect to have a heart attack till at least your like late 50s, maybe early 60s at the earliest,
or at all,
or even at all. Like if you're really taking care of that old ticker, like it's gonna last. But
it's just mental, bro. Absolutely mental.
Yeah.
Is he all right?
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, it was just insane to hear, you know. And he's like, yeah, and I was having like a heart attack. He didn't even know either. He was like, I just feel weird, like his chest was hurting, his whole, the whole left side went numb.
Yeah.
So he went to the hospital and they're like, yeah, you're having a heart attack. He's like, oh shit. And they gave him like a nitroglycerin pill and then cleared it up. They stabilized him. I was all, fuck, dude. That's insane.
I got stabbed in the stomach with to inject me. That was weird.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she was like, can you sit on top of us? So she like slammed it in. I was like,
oh! Like, are we recording Pulp Fiction? What the fuck?
Oh, that was absolutely crazy, bro. Crazy ass moment. Because I was gymming like 5 days a week. I was playing American football at the time, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Nuts.
That's super intense. I can't imagine. I've never been hospitalized before. So
good. You don't want to be.
Yeah. I've gone to the hospital for like stitches, but I've never been like actually hospitalized. Yeah, like where they have to admit you and you have to take a bed.
Touch wood, George. Touch wood. Touch wood, quick.
I'm always touching wood.
Best answer ever. I'm so proud of you right now.
Yeah, man, that's pretty intense.
Crazy.
Pretty intense. Close calls. I guess maybe that should be like a segment for later.
There you go.
Yeah, close calls.
We're adapting and learning every day, sir.
Seriously. Oh man. Do you drive a lot?
I don't drive at all.
No.
No, I've been in 4 accidents as a passenger. So I started learning when I was 17, and then my girlfriend at the time thought it'd be a really good idea to drive down the motorway at 70 miles an hour in 5% visibility because the rain was coming down. And I was like, love, I know I don't drive, but do you want to slow down a little bit? She's like, you don't fucking drive, you don't tell me. As the back of a car appeared, straight into the back of it. Oh,
man.
Dude, I was absolutely fine. It was really weird, right? It was a really surreal moment. I just got out of the car in the middle of the motorway.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I picked up my iPod. Remember them? iPods?
Yeah.
Picked up my iPod, put it in my pocket, got out the car. Where she was screaming, crying, going mental. I was dead silent. Walked round, opened the car door, took her out, put her into the central reservation bay, and then called highway police. But I was so calm. It was the weirdest thing ever.
That is very bizarre.
Yeah, I was just completely stoic. Just like, yeah, there's been a crash. Yeah, cool, thanks. And then she was just going, screaming the place down. And I was just like, yeah, cool, no worries, that's fine. Like,
damn.
Yeah, and the police were like, then I had to interview me. She's like, don't tell them I was going too fast, don't tell them. And I was like, I'm not going to fucking lie to the cops, love. Jesus Christ.
What's the speed limit on the motorway there?
70.
So was she going more than 70, or was she just?
No, she was going at 70, but the visibility.
So she should have been
slowing it. Yeah, being careful. Yeah, because you could not see a fucking thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what happened to the car in front. I think they stopped half a bit further up, but I don't know what happened after that. So yeah, man. I've been in a crash in a bus. I was on a National Express. That's a company over here. They run a bus service. That was on a motorway. Land Rover straight to the back of the bus.
Oh shit!
I've been up. Yeah, there was a central reservation, and both the back tires blew out. Like fucking. So I'm like, you know what? I don't really want to drive. If I'm really honest, I'm good. I like legs. I'll use legs. Is that right? I'll use legs for transport.
Oh man.
Yeah,
so that's really the reason. It's like just too many accidents. You're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna walk everywhere.
Unless I absolutely 100% have to, I probably won't.
Okay.
My entire family drive. I'm the oldest of 7 kids, right? And I'm the only. Well, actually, that's a lie because the other ones are way too young to drive. But I'm the only one of of the original 4 of us with my mum and dad that don't drive. Everyone else does.
Okay.
So. Yeah, if I have to, I will, but otherwise, legs get me everywhere fine, no problem at all. So,
I hear you. There are some bad drivers. I know what Tom Bruno just came back from his little trip. I told him, like, dude, please drive safe because he went on vacation, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, please drive safe. There's some shitheads out there, you know.
Yeah, I don't get it. People that like to rag it around and fucking go like way too fast because they think it's cool to, and then I mean, I'm not a fan of cars anyway, but like they put spoilers in the back and like double exhaust and shit like that. Like, what are you doing?
No, those are all people that they do it for the look, and they don't know the actual functionality of those things because they have a purpose. All those things have a legitimate purpose. You know, the big spoiler on the back of the car is supposed to create downforce. So your tires stick to the floor. You know, better. They get better grip.
Yeah.
The larger exhaust. That only does something if you have piping equal to that throughout your entire car. So if you have like a 2-inch piping and you have a 4-inch exhaust, it's not doing shit. It's not flow. You're not creating any better flow. So you're not benefiting from the giant exhaust. All you're doing is pissing everyone off because it sounds like shit.
There was one earlier. I was walking over the bridge down my road, and he waited till I got under and then like revved it so hard and like fucked off. I was like, you are just a massive prick with a tiny ass penis. You are making up for something there, aren't you, mate, eh?
Right, he's driving off like, I'm sorry about your tiny penis.
I'll catch you later.
Yeah. Man, car accidents.
Yeah, it's not fun. Not fun at all.
No.
But every time, completely calm, stoic, just get on with life. It's so weird.
That's bizarre.
So weird. It is, isn't
bizarre because it's nerve wracking. It's nerve wracking. I've been in I've been in a couple, but the most traumatic one, the one I thought I was actually going to die in, was with my buddy Anthony. We were driving on the freeway, and he was going a lot faster than he should have. We were trying to meet up with these girls. We were going to go karaoke.
Oh yeah.
And we had literally just stopped, picked up like some drinks, some cigarettes. This is when I was smoking, and then hopped on the freeway. And he's in and out of lanes going. I think he was going like 85 miles an hour, and I'm the passenger. So I'm just like, okay, I don't know if this is good. And then I noticed on the fast lane, on the left hand side, there's a car, and it has the blinker on to move to the next lane to the right. But
yeah,
it was on for a long period of time. So I'm assuming that he just assumed that she left her blinker on, like, you know, old people tend to forget. Sure enough, soon as he gets right up to her, she cuts in, clips the back of his car, and we spin on the freeway 3 full rotations. So I can't express how terrifying it is to see headlights a couple times. Like, we're spinning in a circle on the freeway. So we spin from the fast lane all the way off the highway, crash into a tree. The car is completely destroyed, and get out and pulling glass out of my hair. I have all this red stuff on me. I thought like I had like cut like something open. It happened to be a red icy that we had picked up at 7-Eleven. So I was like, thank fucking God, because it was everywhere.
Jesus Christ, dude.
And then the police officer pointed out, he's like, you guys are lucky, because another half rotation, you'd be dead. Because like, we saw the tree. The tree we crashed into had a branch that was protruding horizontally, and it pierced the entire back seat of the car. So if it had rotated just a little bit, the car rotated a little bit more, it would have impaled both of us and killed us.
Fuck,
so
dude.
We got insanely lucky, and it was fucking terrifying. Yeah.
Oh my! I don't know what to say. Holy shit, dude! That's crazy.
It was pretty crazy, and I mean, I wasn't like stoic, but I was like, I felt like I was just in shock the whole time. Like the whole time the cop was interviewing us, and I just, you know, was shaky, and it was like, we hadn't been like drinking or anything, but we obviously were just too reckless. You know, that was just too reckless. So I mean, for everyone, please don't do stupid shit like that. Just drive the speed limit.
Yeah, I mean, you're not cool doing so. You know I don't drive, but it's just I don't understand why people have to absolutely bomb it down roads. There's just no need.
Yeah,
absolutely no need for it.
That's what the Autobahn's for.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Das ist sehr gut, yeah.
Every time I get my Porsche, I take it to the Autobahn.
Oh.
Yeah. Just intense close calls, you know.
Bless you, man. I mean, fuck. I probably would have done Ned Flanders scream.
The crazy part is, I don't remember screaming. I was just in shock the whole time, because I was like, cars rotating, you see headlights, then brake lights, then headlights, then brake lights, then headlights, and then crash. You know, and the whole time I'm just locked, like in terror. My friend is locked, screaming, like full on, like high pitch screaming.
Jesus Christ.
It was intense.
Is he okay as well?
Yeah, we both, oddly enough, I think he might have had a couple cuts, but like from the glass, but like, other than that, like, we both walked away from that insane car crash. If you would have saw the car, you would have think that whoever was in it was dead.
Yeah, fuck, man, that's mental. I'm so glad you guys are right though. That's no thanks. And now this is why I don't drive. Because no, thank you. Not for me, thanks. Not for me at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Driving is I like driving, actually. Driving is like one of the things I really like to do, because it's very relaxing. At least for me it is, you know. But I also,
it's your job, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I drive for a living.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice that I actually found a profession like that, because even before I drove for a living, I used to just literally just get in my car and like just solo. I would just jump in the car and I'd drive someplace I'd never been. It was very freeing. So just put on some music and I'd be like, I've never gone this way, so let's go that way. So like I would just drive, and it would be very relaxing. And oddly enough, it really helped my sense of direction.
That's good. I mean, I like that, man. That's awesome. I mean, a lot of people have always been like, yeah, but you can go out whenever you want. You could go and do this, you can go and do that. It's like, but it's very expensive as well. You gotta have, pay taxes and insurance. You got to pay for an actual card. You got to like fill it up all the time. Like, just another expense.
You got to pay for maintenance and shit too.
Yeah.
And sometimes unexpected things happen. You're like, oh, the alternator went out, tire blew out, transmission needs to be replaced. You're like, all these extra fees attached to the car. So I definitely see the benefit in not having a vehicle.
It's always 4 figures as well.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I ain't got that money. Well, you're not driving then, are you? Fuck.
It gets expensive. It does have its benefit. It has its pros and its cons. I mean, it is what it is. It's nice to have a little bit of freedom. You can go places and do stuff to get you point A to point B really quick, but you got to pay, like you said, you got to pay for insurance, registration, maintenance, all that stuff. The fuel is expensive. Fuel's never been more expensive. Yeah, I think when I started driving, fuel was like $1.07, and we're up to past $4 now.
Gee, what?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's
a lot.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Every time I fill up because I drive a truck now, a Chevy Silverado, and it's a V8, so it takes a lot of fuel. So I'm sitting there at the pump, and I'm like, come on, still.
$200 later, fuck's sake.
Right. I've seen someone do that. Like, remember, like when the Hummers were like a really big thing, like the H2s. Some guy would like fill this Hummer up, and I was just curious to see how much it was. It was like $156.
Oh my god!
I'm all pass on that.
I used to work at a petrol station back in the day. I remember this big white van came in, and he started filling up, and then I noticed that he had a hole in the bottom, so it's filling up. It's coming straight back out again.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and he like flooded, like 95 pounds, I think it's right, just flooded the entire forecourt. We had to close and everything. It's crazy.
That sucks. That's a hazmat issue. So now you have to get a team down there and they have to clean it. And then if it gets into the drains, you get fined,
Yeah, it was crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy. That costed 95 quid for fuck all. Damn, bro.
All right, a little bit of flex tape would have been perfect for that.
Is that the stuff they use on like shark tanks and stuff? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it shark
have you seen that meme? And the guy there's a shark tank and all this water's coming out of it, and he just slaps some like flex tape on there, and he's like,
you do adverts so much better than we do. Your adverts are phenomenal in America.
They got some good ones here. They do have some fucking good ones.
So my favorite one is the Geico advert with Tag Team.
With Tag Team.
I
might not have seen that one.
They're saying whoop where there it is. Whoop there it is.
Okay,
yeah. They sing about ice cream. It's amazing. That's amazing. Cool. French vanilla, Rocky Road, chocolate peanut butter, and cookie dough. Scoop, there it is. Scoop. Go on YouTube and put Geico Tag Team advert and just watch it, and you're fucking welcome.
Oh, that's great.
It's so amazing.
They do some good commercials here. One of my favorites I still laugh to every time I see it is there's this guy, he's sitting down for an interview, and the interviewee is looking at him, and he's just locked on a position on his shirt, and this is all over the shoulder from the interviewer.
Oh yeah.
And they switch the camera angle around, and you get to see what the interviewee is looking at. It's a stain on his shirt, but the stain's going every time he talks. And it's just a commercial for like the Tide pens, like they clean up before you go in for your interview. The guy's just locked on it, and it's like, I don't know why. I don't know why it made me laugh so much when I saw it. It's so stupid. It's funny.
I love shit though. Stupid shit is funny though.
Yeah.
So I'll have to find that after this.
Yeah, if I find it, I'll send it to you. It's hilarious.
Yes, please. I'd love to. I'll send you Geico.
That sounds good.
Just brilliant.
Oh man, this has been super fun.
Oh, dude, I've absolutely had the time of my life. I've absolutely loved it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being on.
No, man, dude, seriously, thank you for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure. I've really, really enjoyed it. It's second guesting on a podcast in a week is quite nice. So it's like the third ever guest appearance I've done. So it means a lot, man. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you want to plug anything else? I know we kind of went over a little bit in the beginning. Do you want to add some stuff?
I just want everybody to go check out USUK Chronicles. Come check out the USUK Network anyway as a whole, because, great bunch of guys, and we pinched David off you from Speakeasy. Yeah, but I host a show called USUK Chronicles with my brother-in-arms, Jamie. We have a lot of fascinating, interesting guests on. We've had Kelly Jones, who's a costume designer in Hollywood. We've had David Fielding, who plays Zordon. We've had Mark Bernardin, part of the Kevin Smith family. We've had fucking Rachel Rolls, a makeup artist. We've had Adam Jackson, drummer for Bury Tomorrow. We've had Jarrett Reddick, lead singer of Bond for Soup. We've had some insane people. And next week's show is Rob himself from Jackass. So this is going to be I don't want to give too much away, but please come check it out.
So excited for that one,
dude!
Just like just like Mr. Tom Bruno, I grew up watching CKY and Jackass. So when he said CKY, I was like, I didn't know he knew about that. Like CKY was not as big as Jackass, so I was like surprised that someone else knew it. Usually, I'm the only idiot bringing it up.
Oh, bless me. CKY was huge here, absolutely huge here.
Was it there?
Yeah, massive.
Nice.
And then Jackass just took off.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rab himself is out next week. You get to see a sneaky little clip out on Friday. We've got a clip released on Friday, so enjoy. But it's one of the funniest conversations, but it gets very real as well. We talk about Ryan Dunn. We talk about Bam. But we also talk a lot of Jackass, and it's just so much fun. So yeah, that's our show. We just chronicle people's lives. That's all we do, and we have a good time doing it, and we have a laugh at the same time. So
that's fucking awesome. I can't wait to watch that. I cannot wait to watch that.
I really appreciate you checking it out. I loved your comment on the Mick Strawn interview we did. So I really appreciate that. It meant the world, man. Thank you so much for listening.
Oh, absolutely. You guys all produce great content over there. I love listening to basically everything you guys have on that network. So
thanks, dude.
Produce good stuff. And I will attempt to add all the links and stuff in the description. So I'm still very new at this, and I fucked up the last one with Alex. So I'm going to try and link all that stuff in the description below. I've been your host, George Lugo.
And I've been TS, and that's my story.
Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.